who have taken a pain of coming, because one of the seniors says, only for you I have come today, otherwise I would not come to the court. All my fellow friends in the bar with whom I have spent a lot of time, I would say good times or glorified times. And all my younger sisters and brothers of the professions who were always very close to my heart, because I have passed the days when I was a junior, and I know that what suffering sometimes they encounter, and for that I always was with them and try to, I would say, help them to the little knowledge which I have in the legal professions. It was not a very easy path so far as my legal journey is concerned. I have experienced the roller coasters and have passed through very difficult terrain. But to the destiny which was written, I could achieve a little bit in the profession as a lawyer. And very fortunate enough to have a senior, Mr. Sudhir Dasgupta, who is no longer in this world. He was a guardian, he was a mentor, he was a guide, he was everything in the profession. And I must say that he contributed as a lot in my life to become a lawyer and then to achieve the position of a judge. Sir, I must be very saying that I am always averse to the word elevation. I do not think, apart from the elevated platform where I am sitting, there is nothing which can be said to be an elevation. It is really a crossing or switching over from one side of the room to this side of the room, because we remain as an student of law. Every day we are learning from the members of the bar. Every day we are learning from the new ideas which are coming from the arguing counsels. So I do not think that the appropriate word would be an elevated as or elevation as a judge, but it is really shifting from one side of the room to another side of the room. I would not have discharged my duties without, I would say, relentless support which I received from the bar, from every member who appeared before me. It was always a learning process, because sometimes the juniors may come out with the new ideas which may shape the law, which is evolving, which is always dynamic, and which is always changing. So I never discourage the juniors. It may at times not in consonance with the law, but at times it may help in evolving the law or giving a new dimension to a law. The seniors have supported me. They have, because I practiced only in the civil side when I was in the profession. But when I was given a difficult task to deal with the matters which the subject which I never did in my career as a lawyer, I think the seniors have immensely supported me. They guided me how to approach the problems. They showed me that what should be the probable solutions. And they also encouraged me to inculcate the new ideas, the new theories which I was perceiving at that point of time. And I'm really indebted to all the members of the bar in contributing something in my life or making my journey smooth. Going down the lane, I still vividly recollect the day when I came to the High Court for the first time. I was taken to Mr. Dasgupta, who used to sit in courtroom in a bar association room number 2. And my father, who took me there, said that I am giving you a son. Do not think that he is my son. Think him as the other juniors who come to you, and try to make him a good human being. Try to make him a good lawyer. The day when I joined him, my senior Mr. Dasgupta introduced to me one person who is still very close to me. That is Mr. Sivasis Ghosh. And from that moment itself, we embarked the journey together in all facets of the life, not strictly related to a law, but the other things. And sometimes the idea of drafting was also given to me, which I did, and imitate what he did. Later on realized something else, but it was an imitation at that point of time. I was allowed to sit in a corner of a bar association room number 2, where Mr. S.P. Rai Chaudhary, who was also one of the persons in my life with whom I have worked a lot, despite he being sometimes very averse to a particular thing, but still it was a learning process, because he used to scold the moment we commit any wrong. But that was really a blessing which really was extended to me from him. And gem of learning, because he has showed us that what wrong I have committed in dealing with this. So there, his contribution was also, I would say, played a very important role in my life, or a journey as a law student. I worked with Mr. Bhaskar Bhattacharya, the Justice Bhaskar Bhattacharya, lot of matters with him. Very pleasing personality, but very tough to handle as a senior. We have learned a lot. Then the special blessings came from Mr. Shobhanath Mukherjee. And still I continue to receive that blessing. Because he never used to say that you are wrong. That was never his forte. He used to say that think about it twice. Go and see whether it is correct. That was an indication that you understand, you take it that it is wrong. Yet, he was very courteous, he was like a guardian. 3 things what I found from my senior, which I believe have really transformed my life in the judicial journey. The one was that you should be passionate about your profession. The passion you should not lose. I know at times when I was, say, only having a 1 year or practice, I thought that it is not my really cup of tea. I should give up, I can't do. I think at least 50 times that comes in my mind to give up the profession. But it was a passion that no, I have to, because I have seen, I am groomed or grown or nurtured in a family of a lawyer, and I have seen my grandfather and a father, that how they used to work and how the respect this profession has given them. So that was the initial thought. So I just said that unless I am passionate, I cannot. The second thing which I feel must be there in everybody's, the mind is the dedication. That whatever you do, you should do with dedication. It's not that something is to be done in a routine manner, but there should be some dedication to your professions. Are you really justifying what you are doing for your client? That should also come into this, and the dedication must always be there. And the third thing which I always cherish and I always carry in my life is the inquisitiveness, the zeal to learn. As the senior Mr. Amjad Ali said that he has a zeal to learn. That is absolutely correct, sir. I always have a zeal to learn. As a good student, a good listener, sometimes countering the seniors, as he said, 13 days was a very tough time for him, but still it was in pursuit of understanding the thing. Sir, I really say sorrow for that. I am saying really pardon me for making your 13 days into a nightmare, but it was in pursuit of the real thing to understand. And Mr. Amjad Ali, I must say, he might have forgotten, but there is one thing which is very close to my heart. I still remember a day when the pro forma came. 10:30 there was a matter before Justice Oshim Banerjee, that's the division bench in courtroom number 12. So I was doing that case that the junior and the clerk was whispering in my ears in the midst of an argument that another matter has been already taken up in courtroom number 9, presided over by Justice Jyotirmoy Bhattacharya. And there, the senior Mr. Amjad Ali was arguing for the other side. So after finishing that, I rushed to the court room number 9, and I joined in the midst of the argument of Mr. Hari. And then I argued. It was a tough time which I really faced. And it was a very interesting judgment because we both came out and found that our client has won. So we do not know who won, but both thought that we have won. And immediately then I went to the Bar Association number 2 and asking my junior, can I have a cup of coffee? Because it was 12 noon, which is very important for all the members of particularly our table in Bar Association number 2. Then he says that you can, because there is another matter which will likely to be taken up after half an hour. Just I sipped. I got a phone call from the Secretariat of the Honorable Chief Justice, and the Secretary called me that, sir, please come, your pro forma has come, you have to sign. This last matter which I did before I depart from that side of the room to this side of the room was, sir, against you before Justice Jyotirmoy Bhattacharya. That memory I will never forget, because that was my journey. I do not know was it a smooth or a rough, but what I find is the very satisfying journey, and I will definitely not forget I become a bit emotional because forget your contribution in my life, all the members of the bar, and I will cherish this memory till I breath last. I am going to another high court. There may be a physical detachment, but it cannot be a detachment of a mind or a heart. Calcutta High Court, my journey of 34 years or more, will always be with me. And I would remember each of you, your love and affection, your, I would say, the calmness which you have shown when I was not so simple as I look to be. This I will always endure, and I appreciate. And I really apologize to all the members if I have knowingly or unknowingly, I do not know, knowingly it should not be, unknowingly committed any wrong or have scolded you, I do not know, which I do not do, then please forgive me. Do not carry, it was not intentional. I never wanted to sermonize or admonish any of my fellow members. Still I consider, and you have seen in many times in the court, I say that the genes of the lawyers is still flowing in my blood. So I can never disassociate myself, my soul, my blood from the soul and the blood of a lawyer. Please, I'm praying to the God, good health, prospering life, and please go on extending blessings to me for my new journey, which I'm going to start on Wednesday. Thank you. Thank you.
I am requesting the audience to keep standing ovation to Justice Harish Tandon. Thank you, Justice Tandon. Now I am requesting my president to give vote of thanks.